Brethren, it's great to be back and to be able to speak to you again by video. I send my best greetings and wishes to you and yours as across Victoria we enter a period of lockdown light. Lodges are now starting to reopen following a recommendation to the Masonic Governing Council by the Freemasons Future Recovery Team. The reopenings can start immediately. As community leaders, there are many rules for Freemasons to observe, such as the compulsory wearing of masks, mandatory use of QR codes, density limits, use of sanitizer, and more. The Grand Secretary has already circularised these requirements. It has been necessary for me to remain relatively silent over recent weeks, whilst the Independent Complaints Committee has heard a number of behaviour matters against some very senior Freemasons. I didn't want to be seen in any way to be influencing or interfering with the workings or determinations of that independent committee. It is still not timely or appropriate for me to go into much detail. However, I can tell you that a number of senior Freemasons have been suspended or excluded for lengthy periods, and there have been recommendations for the removal of grand rank. These recommendations will be considered by the Masonic Governing Council in due course. More generally, I can tell you that the Independent Complaints Committee conducted proceedings about the types of matters that were raised in the Ethics Centre report. When he made me Grand Master, I offered the firm commitment to work diligently towards correcting some of the wayward behaviour of the few. We are making real progress, brethren. We are making Freemasons Victoria a much better place. Now that I can speak with you, there is plenty to report. Soon you will be receiving a survey about our organisation's culture and behaviour. It comes from an organisation called ShareTree. This is an organisation culture health check. It is about taking real steps towards making Freemasons Victoria a friendlier and a happier place. And I sincerely hope that you will participate. Over the next week or so, you'll also be receiving a pack from the Change Management Steering Committee. It will outline in some detail some of the changes being proposed for our organisation structure. This involves the idea of a separate commercial council to manage our many assets and a Masonic council to focus on our core operations. This interim arrangement will be put to your vote. So it will be the members, not the leadership team, who decide on how we operate in the future. Before we all vote in early September, there will be more information distributed and discussed, so that all members can make informed decisions. Because improvements are happening in so many ways, such as behaviour and culture, governance, the way we treat each other, our approach to properties and their maintenance, our financial performance, the ways we come together as Freemasons. The vote will have us move on from the temporary caretaker nature of the Masonic Governing Council. After some months of delays caused by multiple COVID lockdowns, we are getting on with the business of making substantial improvements to the fraternity that we all love. As opposed to lots of talk, it's real action. But the main news, of course, is our return to lodge. Every day I hear from Freemasons across Victoria, and more than anything else, it is obvious that there is a burning desire to get back into the lodge room, to see our mates in the south, to welcome our newest members, and for us all to have our daily advancement in our craft. From the coming week, we will cautiously restart our schedule of installations, even if they are modified, abridged versions. I am very excited to be on the road again with the Grand Lodge teams to celebrate our special brotherhood. I said I was excited, and I'm particularly excited about advancing plans for a Masonic Centre of Excellence, a real bricks and mortar development that will include a library, a museum, archives, and most importantly, a centre for learning. A centre for making us all better men. The starting point for becoming better men is with ourselves. The next point for self-improvement is with our brothers at local lodge level. We are entering great times of real positive action. I'm looking forward very much to seeing as many brethren in person across the state in the weeks and the months ahead. I'm Richard Elkington. Bye for now.